Hello everyone, I'm Wes, and welcome to Retro Console Repairs and Mods. On this channel we give old school consoles and handhelds some TLC, fresh upgrades, and slick mods. If you like what I do, please remember to smash the like button, subscribe to this channel, and share the video with everyone you know. In this episode, I'm going to give you guys a demonstration on how I refurbish a Xbox 360. So here I have an Xbox 360 Slim. I don't generally work too much on the original 360 models. They just have too many problems. I might catch some flack for that. That's okay. I just generally don't deal with them. I'll hand those off to somebody else. But I'm going to do a teardown of this Xbox 360. We're going to give it a good cleaning. New thermal paste. Clean this fan out. And there you go. So let's go ahead and get started. All right. So the first thing we're going to do here is we're going to take this bottom plate off. So go ahead and remove this. If there's a hard drive, you'll need to pull that out. This one is just one of the 4 gig models, so it doesn't have one. So, and we're going to take our pry tool here, just pop this up, pull this plate off. Then you're going to need a dental pick or something similar, because what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to reach in here and you can actually feel there are little tabs in here that you can pull. So you'll see what they look like when they come out. You can get this side. Around. Yeah, there it is. You can actually, if you flip this around, you can actually see it. So there you go. There's where they are. So put this off to the side because that needs a good cleaning. Go ahead and flip this over. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. And there you go. That comes off. Grab your tool set here. You're going to need a Torx bit. I believe it is a T10. So if you ever need to change your wireless card, here it is right here. Alright, now the fun part. So, first thing we can see is no one's ever been in this console before. The sticker is still here. So, not too worried about that. Just going to go ahead and cut the sticker right down the middle. Alright, you can see that there are some clips here on the back, so hopefully you can catch that on the video right here. You can see these clips that are right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a couple things. I use these guitar pick looking things. So what you want to do is so this is the easy side. There's an easy side and there's a hard side. So this is the easy side. It's just these two clips that you can actually see right here. So what you want to kind of do is kind of spread this with your fingers. And then there you go. The other side's the hard side. So on this side, there is one that you can actually see right here. But then there's also one that's deep down behind the label here, and I always have a terrible time getting that one. I'll show you a trick that I use to do it. So you just want to pop this one till you can see the case spread. Then what I will generally do is I'm going to take, and it just clipped back in. There we go. I'm going to take a guitar pick and stick it in here, just kind of jam it in here so it can't go back together again. Then I will take another one of these and I come down here in the bottom, and it's like right where this label is. So I'm just going to try to see if I can. I'm going to try to push that one in. Here it goes. Got it. So there it is right there. Like I said, it's right behind that sticker. So, and there you go. So before you split this apart, you need to know that there is a ribbon that holds this faceplate on here right here. So take this side off. This will be the side that has the power plug on it. So take this side off first, right off to the side. All right, we'll go ahead and take this bottom. We'll take the bottom side off first. Okay, so we're gonna need our T10 again, and you're gonna only take out these black screws. So just the ones that have the black heads on them, and not the ones that are under the central processor here, so or the APU. So now we should be released from the bottom. So we're going to turn this over. We're going to take this plate off here. We're going to kind of wiggle it off. Be careful, it's going to get stuck. Alright, so now this whole plate should come off just fine now. And then here we have the insides of our 360 slip. Alright, so you can see that this thing is pretty dusty and pretty dirty. Alright, so the next thing we got to do is we got to take this faceplate off. We're going to need a little bit smaller of a Torx bit here. And then this should actually unplug from the board. There you go. Set that off to the side. Alright. Now we gotta flip this board over. And now we actually have to start taking out some of these silver screws. And once you get all those out, there is one more. It's on the back side right here. And this actually goes into the hard drive chassis. Hold that hard drive chassis in, so make sure you remove this one as well. And I think that's it. I'm going to slide my hand under here. Alright, so now this fan bracket should come out. So that needs to be cleaned. The disk drive chassis should just come right out. Maybe this disk drive might need to come out first. It does. Be careful. Make sure you unplug your cables from the back here. Put that off to the side. Now our disk drive chassis should come out. Again, unplug it from the main board. There's also another spot right here. So you'll need to feed this through these little plastic connectors and unplug it from there. Hard drive chassis. We're going to go ahead and remove these cables. And then we're going to unplug. We're going to take this little plastic bit out right here. And then we're going to turn this back over and we're going to remove the APU cooler here. So we do need our smaller Torx bit again. Slide our hand in where the hard drive goes to hold that up. Flip this over, and now this main board should come out. Just like that. Alright, so now we have to remove the X-clamp. So we're going to turn this over. Here's our X-clamp. So you guys can yell at me all you want for this. I don't have the actual X-clamp removal tool. I'm going to tell you to be very careful doing this so you don't scratch any of the traces that are around here. So be very careful when you're doing this. So I think last time I did this, I actually used the Torx bit here and put this in here on this one side and just kind of pry over. And there you go, that pops up. And then I'm going to do the same thing over here. Just going to pry over. Come on. There we go. And then there we go, we're off. So I didn't scratch anything here, this all looks good. You might notice a little bit of white stuff around the board here. That's just residual flux from when the board was actually made. Don't worry about that, it's not like liquid damage or anything like that. And you can see that this board is extremely filthy. Very, very, very dirty. Alright, so what I'm going to do now is I'm actually going to take this out. I have an air compressor that I'm going to use to completely blow all of this off. And I'm going to come back when this is all done and replace the thermal paste and get this thing all back together. Alright, so we're back. So I am just going to wipe these down a little bit. They've all been out to the air compressor, but the air compressor always does leave a little bit of dust here and there. So last thing I'm going to do here is I'm going to replace the thermal paste that's on this. So to do that, we're just going to take a little bit of IPA on my cloth here and wipe this on just to kind of get that thermal paste off of the CPU here. And then we're going to do the same thing over here on the CPU cooler. That looks pretty good. And we're going to come in here with some of our thermal compound and put a decent amount on our CPU. Now that that's done, we can reassemble. Alright, let's go ahead and get this thing back reassembled.
No, you're gonna dig this.
Alright, here we are, we're back. Let's go ahead and get this thing powered on. Make sure everything works. Alright, it powers on. Let's see if it'll take a disc, and if the disc drive will work. We're spinning up, and there we go, we got a game. One more thing I do want to do before I finish with this is I do want to make sure that it connects to the internet, that our network adapter is working. And it did connect to the network. Did connect to the internet. Alright, that's all good. Alright, that's good. Alright, the last thing we're going to do is get this cleaned up with some 303 aerospace. You can see how well this thing will shine up with that 303 aerospace. It does a really good job. This thing isn't perfect. It does have some scratches on it, but still a pretty nice 360 slim. And there you go. So, there you go, guys. That's how I refurbish an Xbox 360 Slim. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all the next time.